The minority leader for parliament, Mr. Keso Forson, and the national communication director for the NDC party, Sammy Gyamfi. Omo nyinaa omo ho akyere omo. And this is the topic are running through all social media platforms is at forcing in court, at forcing in court, at forcing in court. Yeah, Sammy Gyamfi supporting at forcing. Just in some na kwakoye brim. Na sisiano, I remember say yesterday or the new TV posted a link about Sammy Gyamfi, and TC Kata is saying something. He said, "Oh no, your NDC ni but all support say Sammy Gyamfi kwakoka sa same way our public yeah." That same way I've been able to for a so a pile up. It is Sammy Gyamfi, the national communication director for the NDC party, or the Sembi Ababontin. Natchez and one stem Ababontin to say, Sisia no call to why you be brain, and you can see say the cameras are flowing around say, watch her to say, Obia, I steady, we listen mistake. Connection be a baby, no, ye be a child picture. So, Sisiano, say be about Bonson, say the National Communication Director for the NDC party, Sammy Gyamfi, lawyer Sammy Gyamfi. Wakoko hu the judge Otna case way so. Efia Sewa, Justice Efia Sera Asariboche, the appeals court judge Asisia also as the high court judge for this particular case. Judges sometimes far two or more. And Sammy Gyamfi akwakuhu judge we justice wakwakuhu no her leadership wakwakuhu no, and you can imagine. I don't want to say more. I mean, so I curious, very very curious. So pade me kan ntinya abotre you ko tin sama ekoso ewosa audio ni, but before that the business for me so subscribe to Ordinary TV or be like or comment your comment section you so or be click on the notification button for more news update and channel. You could see Mercy says and so why you're very very curious. You could see Mercy with us.
Has generated. There has been heightened public interest in the case after the other accused person, businessman Richard Jakpa, alleged in open court. The Attorney General has been impressing on him to incriminate the minority leader. The NDC has since published a call recording allegedly proving his claim made in court. The governing MP.
Dr. Kasilato Forson, Aziz Bamba and Associates, it says, we write to formally request the live broadcast of all subsequent court proceedings in the case of the Republic versus Kasilato Forson. This request is made on behalf of our client in light of recent developments that have significantly impacted public perception of the case and administration of justice. They do believe that if the Chief Justice allows for a live telecast of this case, it will indeed deepen transparency, and they are relying on the precedent that has been recently set by the AG to make this request.
Now, we know that the minority leader himself has also issued a statement in the last few hours. What is he saying?
Well, the minority leader, in fact, did talk about this precedent that was set by the Supreme Court in allowing the Attorney General to get the live telecast of the anti-LGBTQ cases. It says, in the wake of the recent expose concerning the alleged misconduct of the AG, Godfrey Debo-Adame, I have instructed my lawyers to petition the Chief Justice for the live broadcast of all subsequent proceedings in the ambulance trial. This request is motivated by a deep commitment to transparency and open justice. Live broadcasting the trial would serve several important purposes. It would ensure that the public has full access to the evidence and arguments presented in court. This would allow citizens to form their own informed opinions about the case. The minority leader statement that was being put out in the last few hours really made the point about why it is so crucial for him in getting a fair trial that the public is able to follow this case, being live on both TV and radio.
Now, some weeks back, the CJ or the Chief Justice accepted a request by the AG to allow the live broadcast of the case on the anti-LGBTQI plus cases. What is the reasoning the CJ gave for accepting that?
Well, so just about a few weeks ago, there are a number of cases that have been filed against the anti-LGBTQ bill, and 2 of them in the Supreme Court, 2 of them in the High Court. The Attorney General did write to the Chief Justice requesting that those cases be viewed live. The Chief Justice did accept that. Of course, we have not seen the correspondence specifically from the Chief Justice to the AG on that. but journalists were allowed into the Supreme Court to cover that proceedings live. On Monday, one of the cases against the anti-LGBTQ bill, which will be at the High Court, will now also be viewed live on TV for everyone to follow because the AG's request has been acceded to. The Judicial Service have since written to us members of the Judicial Press Corps, allowing us access. They say it is also because of the deep and huge public interest in this case, for which reason the Chief Justice has allowed this hearing. And that is what the minority that is seeking to rely on to say that this trial also has huge public interest and implications, for which reason you must accept this request.
Now, Kweku, stay with me because there are more on this dummy gate. Private legal practitioner Samson Ladia is questioning given by the Attorney General in refusing to accept a plea bargain request in the ongoing trial of the minority leader. Lawyers for the third accused person, Richard Jakpa, wrote to the Attorney General conveying a proposal from Big C Trading LLC to pay €2 million out of the 2.37 million euros the state claims to have lost in the ambulance transaction. We hear from Samson Ladia and shortly. First, though, Kweku, you are still with me, so share with me this one. We understand that, I mean, the terms, the Big C LLC and Jakpa presented a plea bargaining request to the Attorney General. What were the terms of this particular proposal?
So it's gone on about 3 different times. The Attorney General has rejected all those plea requests. Let me tell you about the first. The 2 million euros Jakpa wanted to pay. They were going to pay 500,000 euros on the execution of the arrangement. They're going to pay 1.5 million 6 months after the execution of the arrangement. And this was coming from Big C, which is not a party to the case. Big C is a company based in Dubai, which was supplying this ambulance. The Attorney General rejected this request, saying that Big C is not a party to the case, for which reason he does not believe they should be allowed to do a plea bargain arrangement. Lawyers for Jakpa then writes to the Attorney General saying that this is a position that they have adopted, to say that it is they rather that are now making the application for plea bargain, and the Attorney General again rejected it. But we know that at the time, position or not, and they did do say that. And then there has also been the second that came in, that the AG rejected $1 million in execution and $1 million within 6 months of execution. Brace, just coming in, some information we are getting is that lawyers for the third statement, Mr. Jakpa testifies on oath that the Attorney General, Godfred Dame, has had several interactions with him in which he has told him that he, Mr. Jakpa, was innocent and assured him of his acquittal. And that is the information they have just made that application. That is just information that I'm getting as breaking news, that Richard Jakpa's lawyers have written or have made an application to the court that is undertaking this trial, asking them to strike out the charges against him because the AG had made certain comments to him or representations to him that he was innocent. And because of that, these charges must be struck against him or there must be a stay of execution. That is the breaking news that is just coming in now.
So break it down for people who do not understand the legalese. What does this mean?
So according to the lawyers for Richard Jakpa, we are yet to get to see the rate that he has filed in court to get some more details on that. Richard Jakpa says, in his communication with the Attorney General had consistently made the case to him that he was indeed innocent and that he was not the one he was coming after, the big fish, the minority leader. Richard Jakpa says, if the Attorney General, who is prosecuting me, really knows that I am innocent and he is still filing these charges against me, then that is wrong, for which reason he's asking the court to acquit him and strike out the charges against him. If the court acquiesces this, he will no longer be an accused person because he believes the AG has made representations to him that he is truly innocent. And he relies on constitutional and certain statutory provision to say that you cannot put an innocent person on trial. When the person...
And conformity developing the midterm as professions. Want to put professional stupidity in this particular issue. Me to me, baby. And no be a sermon meeting. Or Japan and a sermon meeting, and I'm a boy.
Koso.
Because the Japan and the sermon meeting now, Attorney General 22, 23 years at the bar, no. officer or no mum ever negotiate Japan on what basis? On what basis? Until Attorney General negotiate Japan. But in the many bench, they have a relationship. Say a lawyer or Attorney General, no, any judge or me. So a judge inviting Attorney General to South, and you're wrong, and you're professional misconduct. Mr. Lawyer be over to them say Attorney General going to a dead house, a professional misconduct. On my country, this for my develop professional stupidity politics. What my country say Attorney General. Judge Fiano, unprofessional, and it's against the code of conduct, and I am misconduct among my countrymen. And they are the so-called Martin Pebunuma, or Moninam Kroma, Samba, or Mufisa, and then the block for Tantana, on Tantibro for Quancana, and then a bravo, on Tantibro for Baco. I am on fact, or in the blocking with name. A TV read on as a young professional.
Regional chairman, Ola no breaky kakra. I feel what to make. Okay, Kosumami.
I have been a baby. As I say, you see, a cohesion, I want to cohesion. One that she has said, Attorney General and someone Japan to his office and now to the judge's house. If no, what is the cohesion about this issue? All country. Cohesion is as a state prosecutor, number Fred Japan or your defendant. So say, can say, yet I may you say, and only a plan of cohesion. If lawyers a bit chroma, no want to mean defining a cohesion, I say, and check the media, and they call themselves lawyers. No, for free because woman a platform. Open a summer meeting. So what here and some Nayani Pami and San Aquacosia boy.
Coso.
And Nipani and Sapocosia. I'm more far with your experience in the media, no, and I will law background. No. And Nipana or no summer meeting, no tea. No matter what in the boys' room.
They won't tell the voice room now. Who is a phone conversation?
But what you want almost on if you're on the summer meeting, no. And say, I don't be summer meeting on the field. They go to the voice now about it's a phone conversation. Because when I'm a friend meeting, say I'm a funny abanama. I feel the audio Baba Tina. I'm a fan on no tear drum on no friend meeting in the voice and the voice and I bat our Canada. More media for one. What Canada say? Yeah, no, they are Kosuku. Young Kosuku, you know, but more minimum, and I'm a father Canada say, dear. Let's say you took a baby, and the assistant baby over boy. To see the political agenda. Now, professionals have been in Chroma, the so-called lawyers not by move from one radio station to another. I certain way so I know what there. So all professionally. No media no because of kind of any publication. Because I say we now ban it a popular matter. That's the missy canon and to how and to some can be now intimidating. That is how to say some professionals have been a behavior Ghana. But you must see a man, Cassandra, dear, as a Salmon Ghana for Tiasiano. Wa officer bi means we are professional no. Professional issue ba na ye ka ho asem mo ka ho asem o. Now they just want to be heard. No, I cannot call any person what is say. Odame answer Japan country ni babia da say. Can say. Now can say ya. And na mema yeni application. Omo wa evidence na what dem family. So to make it bad. I want you to plan